Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And so, what you got here is basically you have Sony who denies the fact that Spider Man will be in Infinity War. And of course, you have X-Men covering it, you have Seven Webheads covering it. So, my personal opinion is exactly what X-Men said. I technically didn't even watch what Seven Webheads said, but so let me just go to the fact of something before this. So before this, you basically have the Sony and Marvel deal could be done. They could actually have shook hands and say, okay, that's a deal. And chances are the Spidey Summit, which that's what Seven Webheads love and really crave to see, is this Spidey Summit. So the Spidey Summit might have been done already, not really sure. But it looks like Latino Review, this is what he usually uses. And Latino Review, they said a lot of stuff. And they gave you a nice lowdown of what in the world is going on. The fact that the Avengers in Infinity War would most likely be... The leader of the Avengers will most likely be Doctor Strange, apparently. Because, well, Steve Rogers most likely is knocked out after Civil War. And because of that... That's what happens, and then he'll come back. Of course, he'll come back again. Everyone's going to come back. Spider-Man's going to be in Infinity War. The interesting thing it will just be the fact of, since it could be a new character, they could have Spider-Man, and heck, the cool part will be the fact of they actually mirror what they did in Marvel. I forgot what it was called, but... When Miles Morales was first seen, they could actually mirror that exact thing. The fact of Spider-Man could actually have like that moment where he's up on the rooftop, he pulls off his mask just to breathe or something. Then there you go. There you go. A nice little nod saying, yeah, we know you fans like nods and Easter eggs. Well, there you go. There's one good one. So, yeah, you have that, and, well... That's about it. Now on to the other thing where Sony denies that Spider-Man... No, they deny that Spider-Man will be shown in Avengers Infinity War. Which, of course, they could be telling the truth. Maybe they could be telling the truth. On the other hand, they could actually be like, we need to keep this hush-hush, so you have to lie about it, which I think is Seven Webheads who... just pointing us out and telling us, hey, look at that. Look, the fact that you had Emma Stone, you had Andrew Garfield, you had Matt Webb, you had many people who actually lied to save a movie or saved a surprise from a movie until they actually want to make it official. And of course, X-Men actually said it too. They actually said it too. And, well, going fool. What's going on is just the fact that there's a rumor, and there's also was a crazy leaked Avenger trailer, which, well, what they did is just basically showed everyone that was involved, like the top 4, and then they showed some webs at the end of it showing the trailer, which most likely is fake. Someone actually just straight up put some webs in there, whatever. So one thing is that Seven Webheads is like, he is tired of the rumors, even though the rumors give you speculation. But still, yeah, this is technically rumors for now. And for right now, they basically say, yeah, they basically just made sure that they covered their butt. That's what they're really doing right now. It's just basically lying for now, saying that Spider-Man's not in Avengers Infinity War. And, well, that's about it. That's really about it. That's a wrap up. So, well, the other thing just to talk about is just, for right now, Spider-Man will just basically be all alone. Like I said, is that he's going to be all alone. There is actually not going to be like anything to it. Looks like Amazing Spider-Man 3, Sinister 6, and what other female Spider-Man character film, that's all been canceled. So if someone actually looks back at everything that Sony has done and said, basically you will see the fact that they were actually panicking. They were straight up actually screaming and saying, "Oh my gosh, we got to do something. Marvel has a lot of stuff, and they are gonna outgun us." So that's what they've done, and instead of doing what WB is doing, which is basically just saying, well, let's see what we have. Well, for right now, we can't do a Justice League, but we can do Suicide Squad, so we're gonna do that. And then you have Fox, who actually is like, well, we do have this storyline that we can use, and technically we have some, thanks to Bryan Singer, we now have First Class, those X-Men, and we have the X-Men from the current line, the current timeline. So they made something with that. And now they made it to the point of where now they can continue on without having X-Men 3 being a part of their line, even though technically it still is. It's just that it just made a brand new timeline. So that's about all. That's all really I need to tell you about. So for right now, we're just gonna wait. I have no idea what the Spider Summit or Spidey Summit is gonna be like. I hope that they most likely will have it live somewhere, maybe on Marvel.com. Maybe Sony will find some way to tell everyone, hey, check out this video. It's going to be live, and we're going to have the Spidey Summit. So maybe it's that. But for right now, we'll just keep our hopes up. And, well, this whole entire thing, I technically didn't want that to happen. Reason why is because just like with Spider-Man 3, I would like to have a good, decent ending. Which technically, if I do look at Amazing Spider-Man 2, there is a good ending because, well, I do have to admit that is quite a good ending. Just the fact that you show him about to beat the crap out of Rhino. I do have to admit that is quite a good ending, but still, there's also the what if of the Sinister Six. I would kind of like to have seen how that goes. I would have kind of liked to have seen what Amazing Spider-Man 3, what they were going to plan on that one. And as for the female character, I would have liked them to just out which character they were going to do. I mean, yeah, you could do Black Cat, but it would have been crazy if you actually have just done Spider-Woman. Or if you actually have done Silk. Which they can do that. They can actually do Silk because, oh yeah, they killed... No, they can still do Silk. It's just that Silk will be a little bit different. Yeah, Cindy Moon will actually have been working in Oscorp. But of course, yeah, they're going to have to mix around the whole idea of she got bitten by the same spider. Yeah. Oh yeah, then that means that yeah, because it can only be with Peter Parker's DNA, or technically the Parker DNA. So that means that that means that Richard Parker most likely had to have had an affair with Cindy Moon's mom, and that's gonna be kind of funny to hear. That will be kind of funny, and Peter will be like, "Oh my gosh, my dad actually cheated on my mom." That would have been cool. What would have been even more cool is the fact that they would have actually had his dad alive. They actually went with the whole his dad's alive, and then as soon as Cindy Moon comes out of nowhere, he's gonna be like, "Uh-oh." Well, anyways, yeah, I'm done. So I'm gonna web out. Yeah, peace.